Hello everyone, my name is Anitsu, and I'm back with another Digimon video. So the year 2021 has officially started, and this is the year that the new Digimon TCG officially gets released. Like, yes, we had the whole pre-sale thing, but that wasn't technically the official release, even though it was supposed to be. Whatever, that story aside, this is the year that we're getting the new Digimon TCG. So I kind of have laid out a little buyer's guide on what you should be looking for and when you should be looking for it, and then I could kind of give like a guesstimation of how much you should be buying of it. So unfortunately, the starter decks that were supposed to be released along with the set in late January are getting pushed back to February. So all three of these starter decks will be released in February with the second booster box. So speaking of the first booster box is set to release in January. That is towards the end of the month, and this is going to be a pretty exciting set, considering this is the set that really directly upgrades all of the starter decks. It has a whole bunch of good cards in it. You get the box toppers, one of 10 of them, so you get one of the alt art tamer cards. Then you get a special promo pack that's going to be a 2-card pack that's going to be one of these 3 options, so that's also really, really nice. And then on top of that, depending on where you're buying, you also are supposed to be getting a dash pack, and the dash pack can contain one of 5 promos. So that's always nice again. And 1.0 is a really, really large set, but looking at what else is going to be coming out in the year, especially a little bit further down the line, I don't necessarily think you should go super, super heavy into 1.0, considering a lot of the cards aren't exactly going to be super relevant later on. There is going to be a solid handful of cards that you're going to want to keep and pick up, and those are the cards that you really are looking to get out of the set. And realistically, like, you should be able to get like a playset of every common and uncommon in about 2 to 3 booster boxes. So you should theoretically get around 4 to 6 booster boxes if you want to get like a playset of all of the rares and a playset of some of the super rares. Obviously, buying a case will get you almost a playset of everything. So if you want to go all out and buy a case, then feel free to do that as well. But if you're just like an average player looking just to pick up a couple of things, then 2 to 3 boxes is generally enough. 4 to 6 is that safe zone, and then to like make sure you get like almost everything, then a full case is what you're looking at. Next, jumping into version 1.5. So version 1.5 is going to be released in late February. This is when the starter decks are also going to be pushed back to. So this is when those initial 3 starter decks are going to be coming out. The set is going to be a little bit smaller, but I do think that the cards are a lot more relevant in this set than in 1.0. So if you had to like pick and choose between the sets, I would look to see what you want to play, and then kind of just pick to see which set lines you up better with what you want to play, and go heavier on that set. I think a lot more people are a lot more excited about 1.5 than 1.0, but 1.0 still has its own value. So 1.5, I personally think, is going to be a more important set in the long run. So this is definitely a set I would go heavier on, considering it has a lot of really powerful cards as compared to 1.0, where it only has just a small handful. And I just think 1.5 is going to be a more relevant set in the long run, just because a lot of the decks and a lot of the cards that are coming out of 1.5 just seem to be doing better in the long term. But because it's a smaller set, we don't necessarily know if the ratios are going to be changing in terms of pull rates. I don't really see why they would change it, but because it is a smaller set, they theoretically could change it. So keep that in mind. But the same rules should generally apply. About 2 boxes just to like get your feet wet. 3 boxes to be safe if you want to get a full playset of all of the commons and uncommons. 4 to 6 is just like making sure you get a playset of like all of the rares. And then getting a case set should theoretically get you a playset of all of the cards. That's not exactly the case, but the theory is there. And then the box toppers are going to be 1 of 6 instead of 1 of 10. So it's going to be of the security Digimon. And then the promo pack is going to be the exact same. And then the Dash Pack is also going to make a return with some new cards, and these are definitely looking to be really, really exciting to get some really nice foil alt art cards from. Next, Bandai has released some Digimon sleeves, so we could start playing and sleeving up our Digimon cards in our Digimon sleeves. And according to the website, the MSRP for the Digimon sleeves should be $6.50, give or take shop and location and shipping and all that. So they should just generally be like an average of like $7. That's what you're most likely going to see, or more commonly going to see. And then we're also going to have a Tamer Party event in stores. So if your store can't run these events, then they'll just release the promos with some purchases of some products. But this is just supposed to be a nice way to get some more alternate art promos into the hands of players, and these promos are definitely going to be looking really, really nice. On top of which, some of these promos are just also really, really good, especially this Greymon. Then in April, we have the Premium Pack Set 1. So this is going to contain 4 boosters. 2 of them are going to be from 1.0, 2 of them are going to be from 1.5, and then it's going to have 2 promo cards. The promo card is going to be the same promo card. So I don't necessarily think you need to go super heavy onto these. If you just want a playset of the promo cards, then you just only need to pick up 2 of them. But if you want to like have a whole bunch more 1.0 and 1.5 packs, then this is a great way to get those packs because you're also getting a promo with it. I don't know if the stores are going to give out dash packs for it or not. That would definitely be something interesting if they have spare dash packs that they're just willing to give to you for buying enough packs, because this is similar to just buying packs or a booster box. So that's one thing to think about as well. But I definitely think that this is going to be a good product just to get more stock of 1.0 and 1.5 into the market. And if you're just looking to pick up some of those extra cards, then this is a great way of doing that. And then as far as the promo that's going to be with it, it is going to be of Rise Greymon. So if you're excited for the Shine Greymon deck, then this is a fantastic promo for you. Otherwise, you could just try to sell the promo to offset the cost of the extra packs that you're buying. But this is a really nice looking promo. I believe it is going to be foil, and it's definitely a really good card. Then in terms of some other product, unfortunately, if you already missed the wave on the Digimon Tamers Evolution box, then it's going to be very hard for you to get one. I don't know exactly if this is going to be for sale anywhere else outside of the Bandai Premium thing, but it's definitely a really interesting product to look at because it comes with just a whole bunch of nice goodies. So it comes with some sleeves, a deck box, a little memory gauge with a marker. Then the playmat is looking pretty nice. And then on top of which, you also get some really nice, cool alt art promo cards. So that's just one thing to note. And then you also get a nice big box to store everything in. And then their other big Digimon product is they do have the Tamers set, which basically just comes with a playmat and sleeves. So nothing really too special about it. It's just, a nice looking playmat with some nice looking sleeves. And then in May is when we are going to get the English 3rd booster set, but it's actually the 4th booster set because 1.0 and 1.5 combined make booster sets 1 through 3. So regardless, in May, we are going to be getting the 4th booster set, which is going to be Great Legend. And then Great Legends is also going to have its own set of Dash Pack, and it's going to have its own set of box toppers as well. I believe these are the Dash Pack cards, and the Tamers in the set are going to be box toppers. And Great Legend is going to be a booster set that is a little bit smaller than 1.5, but the ratios should be very, very similar to 1.5s. So anything that I said about 1.5 will apply to here as well in terms of ratios. And this is the set that is going to be another set that's going to not only just change the meta, but it's going to just have a lot of really fun and interesting cards. And then also, Coming out in May, we have the new starter decks that go along with the 4th booster set. So the new starter decks is going to be Venomous Violet, Machine Black, and Giga Green. And then these starter decks will follow a very similar pattern to what the previous starter decks had, where it's going to contain one deck, one pack, and then the memory gauge. And then the pack this time is going to be of Great Legend, I believe. So we'll be able to get a little bit more Great Legend packs through the starter decks. And then in terms of just what you should get in terms of the starter decks, this applies to the first set of starter decks, where you're generally going to want to buy 2 of each starter deck. So each starter deck has some cards that'll only be at 2 ofs, so that way buying 2 will guarantee you a full playset of every card in each of the starter decks. So if you're looking to buy some starter decks, I would recommend buying 2 of each starter deck, or 2 of the starter deck you really, really want to play. So just as a quick recap of everything, in January we get 1.0, in February, we get 1.5 and the 3 starter decks. Then between January and March, we get the in-store launch event stuff that's going on. Then in April, we get the premium pack set 1. Then in May, we get the new starter decks. And in May, we also get booster set 4. And like I said before, if you're planning on getting a starter deck, it's a good idea to get 2 of all of the starter decks, or 2 of the starter deck you really want, or starter decks you really want. And then in terms of booster boxes, if you're just looking for some very basic stuff to get yourself started, then 2 to 3 booster boxes should be enough. But if you really want to go heavier on it, then you will want to buy as much as you feel like you're comfortable with. So that's all the information we have to go off of for now, but do keep in mind that the pandemic still is currently affecting the distribution and supply chains on just how TCGs are made, so stock isn't going to be in as large of a quantity as we think it is. I don't necessarily know if it's going to be as short as we think it is either, so only time will tell and we'll see, but make sure you plan and prep accordingly. So that's kind of all I really have for this video. As always, feel free to tell me your thoughts down in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content. And I'll see you in the next video.